Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at Apple, Tesla, and Netflix on the daily time frame using technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like these videos, go to my website, sign up, or click down here in the bottom right hand corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And guys, check us out when we're doing live streams. We had a lot of fun trying to find the next best trade and trying to find support and resistance on the charts. All right, so daily chart, Apple, bottom line, SPY IWM Qs move lower. All these are going lower. This one, Tesla and Netflix, everything, guys. SPY, IWM, Qs, DIA move higher. Then great, they're all moving higher. We're into some key areas of support on some of these charts. I mean, this 184.56 was big, guys, and we closed below it, but we held this little pivot here on this low. So right now it's slightly weak, below the MAs in a weaker stance, going sideways down from this high pivot, even weaker, guys, pretty bearish. But we're still above the 50 MA, and we're still above this area of when it went down, consolidated, and broke out. So you got a lot of support down in this area too. So just in case if it goes down. But bulls, guys, bulls, you got to get back above this gap fill and make a run for these MAs. You got to get above the 20. You know, well, really, this is the 200, the red, the 50, and the 20s up here. You got to make a run for 200. And it's got to be quick. If this thing stalls out and keeps chopping around down in this area, SPY starts to dump. We're going to this pivot and probably gap fill down here. I would love 150, 149. Just don't take out this low pivot. Unfortunately, we do have a gap fill down here. I'd rather just miss it, get another good bounce, short again, and do something like that. I have no position in Apple, so either way I could care less. I'm just giving you my thoughts on the charts, and so far so good on this one. I mean, we were short right in here around the 213.40 area. Took our $3, I think it was $4, and yeah. We could have had a lot more than that. We could have had $30 on this one. But you know what? You take what you can. You say thank you very much. I thought maybe a retrace and then dump, and it just didn't even do that. So now we're back here, holding out for dear life. Let's see what we get in the next couple of days. If we crack this 180, I think we're going to fill this gap and go to the 618 retrace at 170. And it could be this week, guys. It's got to hold this area right here. This is pretty much key. But it's looking a little ugly. But volume was okay. Still 591 down, 3.13% in the red, guys. So, all right, keep an eye on the SPY, though. That goes up. This should grind. Those go down. And look out, guys. If you're trying to buy the dip on this one, just be careful. Bulls, again, you got to get back above the trend line and start motoring. Bears, you want to stay right here and just keep chopping. Most likely, SPY starts to get weak, these will start to come in. So everything's a market trade, guys. If you follow me on StockTwits, I say it all the time. All right, let's go Tesla, guys. Tesla. Just getting beat up, guys. Daily chart, 550 or 567 down, a little bit down after hours. 20 million shares traded, more news pouring out. This thing's the worst thing ever. You know, when it's at the bottom, it's the worst thing ever. When it's at the top, he's the genius. You know, it's pretty crazy stuff. A lot of people buying the dip and just getting railed on this. This is a complete train wreck. And now it's like, whoa, we're down. We're at 200 now. I was telling everybody 180 when we were here. It's going to 180. This thing can't get going. Look at this though. High, lower high. Total downtrend, 250, 20. It's a complete downtrend. If we can't get at least back above the 20 MA, it's not going anywhere. But now getting a little bit long in the tooth down here for some selling. Probably some margin calls going off. You know, everyone's got to go all in. I teach my members no more than 10% of your total portfolio in a share position. In an option, 1%. If you have 100 grand, $1,000. If you have 100 grand, 10 grand, your biggest position trying to go long. And this I would teach people. I'd probably start getting in around 260, then maybe 240, maybe 220. You could get your position even around 240 long. Great. If your position's at 200 long, even better. You get a 40, 50, 60 point move up, guys, pull some off the table. Might come right back down. SPY, IWM keeps selling, just like I said with Apple. This is going to 180. Just be real careful with this one now. We might get these small, everyone's going to start loading up. It'll be a crowded trade. Next thing you know, they're going to take it again down. Just the way it is, guys. Let's look at the weekly chart. That was the big trend line we talked about. If we crack through that, it's going to start getting ugly. It did. Next area was the 750 retrace. Right around 204, then 200 even number. And my estimate is 180, or this pivot. This is a big one too. So that's something to watch for. All right, 180, and look at that. We got close. We might not get there now, but this one here, easily we could bounce 80 points. Back to wherever the 20 MA is. It's pretty stretched, guys. So just be careful. But if this leads to a short-term bounce and the next wave of selling, guys, 151, we have a huge gap fill. Just beware. Tesla bulls. I know you're all in. Buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. Man, this is a dangerous one right now. 200-point move almost. We talk about this 100-point up and down. One of the best trading stocks ever, guys. Ever. It's getting the beat down. It's due for a bounce. Man, though, you never know. One more, one more 2 weeks of pain to the 180. But I'm in a call position, guys. I'm buying 200 this area, 750 retrace. As a technical guy, I got to step up. Small position. We added a little bit more today. So we'll see. We're a little our average price I think is right around 230, and these things we're right at $2. So a little bit upside down. I got to give it a shot though, guys, as a technical guy, as a beat down play, stretched. Just like I play the high flyer, shorten them. This is becoming a low flyer. Got to go long. Have to. It's Tesla. And if not, 180 will be the next area. But small positions. I'm not even going close to all in. 1% position in here in some calls, guys. It's not that big. So that's how I'm playing this. But again, let's go back to the daily. Man, beat down. Volume was all right. It's got to hold this area. If we get below 195 or the low of today, it's going to 180. Period. Retrace, you got to get back above 211. Then you got to go for 220. And then start filling this gap. I mean, really, it's 240 in the 20 MA. You got to get to there. Once you get above it, then maybe grind to the 50. You can't get above this, and then this trend line here, right at that 260 area, it might just come right back down, guys. So, man, that's just a beat down. I have a position in this one. Small calls. All right. So, and then we'll see. We get this takes if we go to 500, 600 on those calls, I'm out. If they go to 0, I'm out. So tomorrow, hopefully, spies up a little bit. This one's down a little bit after hours. Got some news pouring out. So, but it's due for a bounce. It's due for a good squeeze, guys. It just really is. So we'll see if this good support area holds the 200 and the 750. But if this low of today cracks 195-ish area, step aside. It's going to 180. All right. So just to let you know. And then margin calls might be going on tomorrow. They're taking. Oh my gosh. All the bulls, they're up. Their average price is 300 on this, guarantee. And then unfortunately, they're 50% in. They're not 10% or under. They're halfway there, if not 75% in, dealing. And as it's going down, they're just puking. Oh my God, what's going on with this trade? Been there, guys. Been there, done that. Hate it. Never do it again. Strict money management, especially in markets like this. Keep everything smaller. It's easy. If you're in a 10% or less position in shares, you're not. You're bleeding a little bit, but it's Tesla, guys. Next thing you know, it's at 350 again. So as long as you get your average price around that 250 area, you're not doing terrible. 220, even better. If you got it in today at the even number and waited, holy cow. So we entered, I believe it was yesterday, and then today we added more. And yesterday was a pretty good area, 211. Just went right to the gap down, killed us. So keep an eye on Tesla, guys. I'm bullish right now, and if I get 100%, just like we did right here, we took 100 on this one, guys. Actually, we took half off here for 50%, came back in, went over 100% right there. We cut them right there. Look at that move. That was exact. That we look for quick trades, guys, and the faster the better. Sometimes we're in them for a little bit longer, but if you buy weeklies, you get in, you get out. It's beautiful, guys. These actually, I think we were out maybe 2 weeks on. I would have to look. We had a couple trades on this, but more short term and just in and outs. So. But yeah, we took one here, lost on that one. We were in it again down here. I mean, good support here. Once we got the gap down, it was over. This one here, we saved it. We got the gap down. We had some left over. So, and we went out further with the we went into June. I had to buy some time on these. The weeklies are on this one just killing people right now. Weekly puts or weekly calls right now. Oh my gosh, I mean, you might get some saving grace here. So. All right, guys, that's Tesla. Just be careful with this one. Small positions, but we could get a bounce there. Gosh, it's just a crazy one. All right, let's go on Netflix now, guys. So Netflix just chopping around. Not a bad bullish pattern. Just can't get above this trend line though. Every time it tries to make a run, right back down. Makes a run, right back down. Right, makes a run, right back down. So that's your line in the sand. But now coming off this high pivot down sideways, below the 20 and the 50, it's looking a little bit on the weaker side now. Key area to watch for is 343.34. And then the 200 MA here. If you crack through that, you're most likely going to fill this gap and then go down to these low pivots at around 318. Market's dumping, like I told you guys earlier with the other two. You're going to fill these gaps coming up. Markets grind higher. We start catching a bid on China trade, what you're looking for. Just like all the rest, everything, guys, you got to get above the MAs on the daily and then start making a run. This one here, if you fill the gap around 370, get above 375-ish area, you might make a run for these highs around 385, 386. And that's a hell of a trade too. From 350 to 390, shit, I'll take that every day, guys. So watch out for this. Remember, we made the low, we made a higher low. If that stays consistent, it's great. If you're trying to go long in this one, that's got to hold. You start cracking below this in the 200, you got to get the hell out. But right now, holding that key area at 343.34, that's pretty big, guys. Boom, boom, boom. But one more time, boom, or two more times, boom at the door. Just like a battering ram. Next thing you know, it's giving out. So, bulls, got to get above the MAs. Bears, you get below the 200, it's on. All right, SPY and everything's dumping, it's really on. Okay, so Netflix, I mean, next thing you know, Disney's streaming something and the thing's tanking, you know. So you got to watch for those two as well. But, man, up, sideways, really going nowhere. Just trying to find its way. And this isn't a bad bullish. Let's go to the weekly real quick on this one. Yeah, it's not terrible. Now we got the upper trend line here, so that's going to be a big area. You know what? Let me pull all this crap off. Yeah, up, sideways. Yeah, it's not bad. I would have liked it up and then come into the moving average, then up. So it's all right here. Yeah, on the weekly. But we start sliding past that 341-ish, 340 area, then you might start the slips. And then 202 is going to come real quick, guys, on this one. Market's dumping everything. You're looking at this and then 202. It's going to be weekly 200 MAs, guys. I guarantee it. We made the high. Now we made a lower high. It's going to end up, we're going to stick this in there. This is going to get interesting, especially on the Netflix. And we have this key. This will be a key area down in here. And then right now we'll put the fib. And this is just showing some Fibonacci's. Now I'm going to go from this low to that high. Yeah, we're holding the 250 right now. So good support here. That cracks. We're going to fill this gap down in here around 300. Bulls, you got to get above this area and then just try to make a run for that 387, 388 area. Get above that, then you could probably make a run for 400. And then get to 425. I know I'm bouncing around a little bit. I'm just thinking about, man, what's going on with all the Trump stuff. That's a key player I've been telling my members, guys. When you're going into these trades, trying to do intraday stuff, you got to have in the back of your mind that Trump can tweet at any minute. He tweeted the other day, and boom, everything came down, guys. So be careful. Or China trade deal falling apart. The blue to SPY just starts dumping, and everything starts dumping, guys. It's all a market trade. Believe me. Everything's dumping. It's all going down. There might be on some news on stuff. You got to watch for that. But for the most part, SPY, IWM, DIA, Qs go down. Everything's going down. Those all go up. Everything's starting to grind up. All right, guys. Thanks again for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe down here for the live sessions through YouTube. And don't forget to like the video as well. Let's see what the market gives us. Let's watch the weekly close, and then we'll take it from there. All right, guys. Thanks again for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. God bless. See you on the charts.